We'll be good to go. All right. Welcome, everyone. So glad to have you join us. We are going to get right to the point. I know we have a lot of people that have seen some amazing testimonies from people that have done the 14-day reset over the past, I don't know, I think we're month 6 or 7 that we have had people joining in on the 14-day reset. And so I want to touch on a few things on what the reset is. We have a couple people that are going to share some real quick testimonies, so you can actually hear from real live people that have went through this and see the results and hear what the results are that they've had. But I also want to touch on why the reset is effective and what it is that it's going to, target for you. So a question that I have been really asking a lot of people, and I've been getting a lot of yeses to, is, do you have any of these issues? Fatigue, digestive issues. Are you overweight? Do you have diabetes? Do you have autoimmune issues? Do you have trouble sleeping, falling asleep and staying asleep? Do you have headaches, joint stiffness, frequent illness, low mood, anxiety, or depression? All of those things have something in common, and it is called chronic inflammation. And I think oftentimes we use that word inflammation and it has this generic kind of thing, and we really don't understand what inflammation is in the body. And so it is actually all throughout our body, areas of our body, our organs, our tissue is inflamed. And so then we end up having these kind of symptoms. So when you try to get to the root of the issue of some of these issues like autoimmune issues or diabetes or joint stiffness, it comes up to be inflammation. And so it has been dubbed the silent killer, because these are symptoms that you usually have over a period of time, and they come on so slowly that we really don't give them a lot of attention to say, oh, there could really be something big happening. And it is only until we get a large diagnosis, like diagnosed with diabetes or an autoimmune issue, that we really want to wake up and we pay attention, right? So what we have found is that we can actually be going to the root cause of these issues in a really effective way. And so I'm really excited. So when you are talking about chronic inflammation, you're going to have, it's called, I did a few little points here. It's a disease catalyst, which means it's going to fuel all kinds of illnesses and disease, and the big C word especially. So I'm not even going to say it here for you. You can figure it out, and But like I mentioned, autoimmune disorders. Part of my story is I was diagnosed with lupus, both cutaneous and systemic lupus. And I have been able to go and heal my body of that condition over a period of a few years, have not had symptoms for over 6.5 years. And that was through dietary changes, lifestyle changes, and other pieces to that puzzle. It's going to include all of that, right? There's no magic thing to deal with any unique illness or disease that you have. Tissue damage over time. Inflammation damages your cells, organs, and impairs their function. Heart risk. Inflammation accelerates artery hardening, raising the risk of heart attacks and strokes. Metabolic chaos. Okay, this is, I don't know about you, but I think this is where a lot of women especially find ourselves in this chaotic state where we really are struggling to find a way that we can support our bodies, right? So it leads to insulin resistance and factors in type 2 diabetes. And then inflammation is a cancer promoter. It encourages cancer growth and hampers immune defenses. It is also an autoimmune trigger, neurological impact. So there's links to Alzheimer's and Parkinson's because of inflammation. And it also is an immune disruption. It imbalances the immune system and weakens your defenses. It's an aging accelerator, right? I don't want to be accelerated in aging. I want the opposite. But that's what inflammation will do. So chronic inflammation is something that you can actually battle against with a healthy lifestyle. So which means food that you eat, exercise, stress management, and quality sleep. And that is exactly what the 14-day reset has combined. Okay, so this is where we're going to touch on what the reset is. So it is 14 days. So everybody can do something for 14 days, right? That I think is the beauty of this, is that it is a timed thing. So even people that have failed different types of programs in the past have come into the 14 days and they have stuck to it and they have seen results, and they are so proud of themselves because they haven't in the past. So it's clean eating. You get to choose what type of clean eating that means. We provide a meal plan for you, or meal plan options. So there's paleo, there's keto. We have information on intermittent fasting, whole food diet, meal plan, whatever it is that you choose to do, you get to make that choice. Then we talk about hydration. You're going to want to drink a lot of clean filtered water. So it's half of your body weight in ounces of water each day. So this does massive things for your body to eliminate the stuff that you're going to be detoxing throughout the 14 days. Another key piece is to move your body. So we have you moving your body 30 minutes every single day. So it could look different for you. For me, I love walking. So that is my exercise of choice. Some people do CrossFit, some people run, some people do weight training. You get to choose what it looks like for you. And then you've got the greatest wellness supplement, friends, is our Ningxia Red. That is the only thing that you need for this reset is Ningxia Red. You need 102 ounces. So the starter pack is actually kind of like the perfect amount for the reset. And you get that extra box of nitro that you can use on its own. So, but you need 102 ounces for the 14 days. You front load Ningxia the first 3 days with 12 ounces, and then you taper back to 6 ounces. And I will tell you, from somebody that's drank Ningxia for over 9 years, I did not see the results that I saw in my first reset by giving my body more Ningxia. The results were dramatic. So I will just tell you, if you think, oh my gosh, I've drank Ningxia, wait till you do this. And then the other part is stress management. We have some journal prompts in the participant packet. That is a key piece, friends, to really helping the inflammation go away, is managing your stress. So anyway, so you get a comprehensive participant guide for free. There's been a collaborative team that has worked on that. And so that is part of the reset. So you get all of the information, you get a tracking sheet, you get printables, whatever you really need to stay on track is in that guide. There are leaders that are there to answer questions. There's a couple different chats. I think we're going to get a few more chats started so that you can have community and feel some accountability. I think that's the piece that's really been effective in this particular program, is that everybody's cheering everybody else on. So I don't know about you, but I want somebody cheering me on too. And so even when I may not do my day the way that I anticipated, right? We all want to go in, we get up in the morning, we think we're going to be 100% on everything. And by the end of the day, maybe it didn't happen that way. So we don't need to get down on ourselves, right? We just need to be encouraged and be like, you know what, that's okay. Tomorrow's a new day. And that's where I'm going to start. I'm going to start over on tomorrow instead of throwing in the towel completely, right? So, talked about the participant guide. You have suggested workouts that are given. So if you're kind of like, I don't know what I want to do, we have options for you there. And then we will help you at the end of the 14 days to kind of like, what's next for you? Are you going to take a break? Are you going to continue the habits that you've developed? Are you going to want to do another reset with us because you have bigger goals? So we don't just leave you hanging. So that is key. So let me see if some of my friends, I know Carol was going to be, Carol, if you are here, do you mind unmuting yourself? Because I'm scrolling names and I
Hey,
see
Susan.
I see you now. There you are. Okay. So I wanted to ask Carol to come on and share her experience with you because she has a great testimony. So why don't you share your experience with us?
Okay, so hey everybody, hope y'all are doing good tonight. Susan asked me to share my experience and results on the 14-day reset with you, and I hope you find it helpful whether you're new to the reset or you're returning again. So I want to give just, I hope this is okay, I just wanted to give a really quick background on some health issues that I've dealt with for a long time, so that you have some context. So I developed ankylosing spondylitis, which is an autoimmune arthritis, when I was 14. So I've had basically back pain, joint pain, inflammation, and immune system issues for like the last 40 years. So at age 25, I started on an oral contraceptive and gained, no joke, 30 pounds in 1 year. I also developed polycystic ovarian syndrome with insulin resistance and frequent migraines. And I struggled with depression and anxiety since basically I can remember, and these things certainly didn't help any. Since the age of 19, I've had high blood pressure and I've had cholesterol issues since I was in my 30s. Gut was a mess with SIBO, leaky gut, just due to years of anti-inflammatories and lots of antibiotics. And I got really tired of hearing your labs don't show why you should be so tired, have loss of energy, memory, concentration, difficulty with sleep, or be so depressed. And we can't find any reason why these issues are so severe. You're having trouble keeping a full-time job. Sound familiar to anybody? Here, take another pill and it might help your symptoms. And we'd be off down another rabbit hole of a whole other set of side effects. So over the last 6 years, I've been on a journey to reclaim myself and my life and health. I'm actually a nurse practitioner. And guys, I'm here to tell you that Western medicine is further from having all the answers than it's ever been, unfortunately. Don't get me wrong, it's needed for many, many things, and I'm very thankful and grateful for it. There's times when it'll save your life, and I thank God that it's there. But if you're looking for it to handle chronic issues or prevent disease, it might just kill you. So the other thing is we also now have two precious grandbabies that I want to be the fun Mimi with, and I want to be able to do things with them and enjoy them. So I've completed two 14-day resets, and the first was in August and the second was in September. And the first one around, I was so excited because I lost 5 pounds and several inches off my hips and waist. And I was absolutely thrilled. And I had hit a plateau for some time with what I'd been doing. So it was really needed. I noticed more energy, clearer thinking, much less inflammation in my joints. So the week I do a biologic injection for my arthritis, I usually have an increase in joint pain and swelling because the previous shot's wearing off. So in August, I was actually on the 14-day reset doing the extra ninja and all the other things when injection time came around. And I noticed that I didn't have near as much pain and swelling as usual. So that was a pretty big deal. I was pretty excited over those results, but the results from September were what really kind of blew me away. So I've been working with a functional medicine program for the last 6 months. So I'd already incorporated gluten-free, dairy-free, refined sugar-free diet with more lean proteins, double my weight in ounces of water daily, regular exercise, and stress management. So I've had some pretty amazing results with the functional medicine program, but there were some changes that were really slow in coming, and I was getting kind of frustrated. So since my last lab work through functional medicine, the end of May, I did the two resets for August and September, and I kept doing everything I'd been doing. I've been doing basically whole foods diet, watching processed foods, no refined sugars are very limited, gluten-free, dairy-free. My cardio is walking like Susan, and I also do iFit programs on the treadmill, so that gives me a little bit of intensity in there. And I'd also been drinking 2 ounces a day of Ningxia for like the last 4 years, and I absolutely loved how helpful it'd been for improvements with skin, sleep, quality, energy, gut health, and mood. But since the first reset, I'd been drinking at least 6 ounces of Ningxia a day because I felt so much better with a higher amount. I think a lot of people noticed that. This round of labs, which was done in the middle of September, showed some amazing changes that I'm really excited to share with y'all. So here's the meat and potatoes. My triglycerides and A1C, which is of course your 3-month blood sugar average, are now in optimal range. So for those of you that don't know functional medicine, it uses the extra metric of an optimal range for labs in addition to Western medicine's normal range. So you can be normal, but not optimal. And that I have found can make a huge difference in your health. So the provider I'm working with was absolutely thrilled that it appears that the insulin resistance that I've been battling since my mid-20s with PCOS is currently resolved. And that is huge. Um, my cholesterol is absolutely fantastic. My blood pressure is down. Nutritional deficiencies are starting to improve, and that's indicating that my gut's starting to heal and I'm actually absorbing nutrients that I ingest now. I've lost more inches in my waist and hips, and my body composition shows I'm actually gaining muscle mass for the first time. So I had actually been losing muscle mass prior to this visit. So this is also a really big deal because we know we need muscle to burn fat. So I really think a lot of the changes that I saw were specifically due to the extra Ningxia Red that I was drinking through the reset. My plan is definitely to continue doing the reset regularly as part of my overall lifestyle change. And I'm making the reset part of my accountability for staying consistent with the changes that I've implemented already. So, guys, if I have one thing to tell you, this reset is like the total package. When I look at my functional medicine program and then I look at this reset and what all they've done and incorporated, it really is the total package. It's a holistic approach to meeting whatever your goals are. And I hope my story helps you make the decision to do this for your life and your wellness because it is time we take back our health. And this definitely is a huge tool to help you do that. So I hope to see you in the reset in October because I'll be there and you have a ton to gain from this. Thank you.
Carol, that was amazing. I want to start crying, like legit. I mean, and I just remember you sharing little bits and pieces in our chat too, and so to be able to hear your story in full is just, this is what it's about. And this is how we get to cheer each other on and see results with each other. And it's like you said, it is basic components that sometimes can be difficult for people to piece together on their own, but there is no hocus pocus. There's no magical something, it is just really good nutrition that your body needs to help it heal. So thank you. Thank you for sharing. All right. I know Tammy wanted to chime in because she's got some great results too. So can you unmute yourself, Tammy?
Yes, ma'am.
Perfect.
Okay, so when I first started the 14-day reset style, I was the heaviest I'd ever been. I was very depressed. I was self-isolating. I was basically living in yoga pants, didn't want to leave the house. But I knew that I needed something that was going to fuel my body because I had no energy. I had no desire. My blood sugar was so messed up that I was constantly craving sweets. So I did the reset, and I want to encourage everybody, please take pictures. Okay, that was honestly the biggest change I saw, right? Like, yes, the scale moved like 3 pounds the first time, and I was like so defeated. And then when I saw my before and after pictures, I was like, oh my gosh, like you can't suck in back fat inside fat. Like it's impossible. I've tried. So I want to encourage you, just please take the pictures. You do not have to share them with us, but I want you to see the difference in your body composition because that was my biggest game changer. And another thing that really helped me on the reset was that if I had a month where I really felt like I didn't do great, or I got distracted at the end or the beginning, whatever, there was chaos in my life, we were traveling, summer, whatever that looked like, I love the accountability of the group, that it's always here the very next month, the second Monday we start. It's so consistent. The chat threads are incredible. The people are so encouraging. The community is amazing. Like I don't feel lost. I feel like somebody is always there to help me on this journey. And I don't feel like I'm doing it by myself. And you kind of get to a point where you're like, I don't want to let other people down. So then you don't give up, right? So I am just so grateful for the 14-day reset for like all of those reasons. It has legit changed my life.
Wow. And Tammy's one of the original collaborators. And so she's been on this journey a little bit longer, but you guys, we need to give kudos to the people that kind of put this all together because she's definitely one of them and there is a team. And so, but I want to just say that this is a Team Young Living thing. You do not have to pay to participate in this. All you need to do is purchase your Ningxia Red. Okay, that's it. There's no additional cost to get into the group, to have access to the printables, to the guide, none of that. Okay. So we want other people to see results too. So if you are on the call here and you are listening and you are a Young Living member, grab your Ningxia Red. Remember, I said 102 ounces. So the best way to grab that is either put a starter kit on your loyalty order, or you can grab the loyalty rewards bundle and you'll have extra Ningxia, because we know, right? We're going to want to drink Ningxia in between our 14-day reset because you're going to see dramatic results. So that is the way if you are a member. If you are not yet a Young Living member, you'll want to reach out to the person that shared this call with you, because they are going to be the one that is going to help you craft your order and just figure out exactly what is going to be the best thing for you. So you will not walk along this journey alone. And that is the beauty of what we've been able to pull together here with the Young Living community. So that is what I have. I will just make a note at the time of this recording, we are getting ready to launch our October reset. And just as Tammy said, we usually run the reset every second Monday of the month. I will just note in November and December, due to the holiday, we are going to be starting those 2 months on the first Monday. So we will have the dates. I think I wrote them down here. So yes, so November 6th and December 4th are actually going to be the start dates for those 2 months. So we can really set people up for success. We don't want people going in and having the last day of the reset, or being there with Thanksgiving or, Christmas Eve and Christmas. I mean, we want to try to carve out the time that's going to be really effective for you. But we do give you tools, because you'll want to know how will you address a holiday gathering in a way that won't just completely blow and make you feel really bad emotionally and physically, right? So anyway, okay. So I thank you for joining us. This call is recorded, so we will have it available for you to share. But I'm excited to have this resource, and thanks so much for joining. Thank you, Tammy and Carol, because the real stories are what really matter and are going to help people see how they can join in too. So all right, you guys, thank you.